African soldier. Bankantoni, African soldier.
Okay. After the Christmas, sometimes it's gonna, hard. There are lots of many folks that I now suffering from hangover. Yeah, because people celebrated Jesus' birthday, and of course, many persons this morning. I wake up. Good morning, folks. Welcome to Good Morning Liberia. And my name is Gibson, and I'm gonna be here. I'm here with Salam. Yeah, even though Salam is kind of running after us some stuff. But howbeit, we say good morning. Good morning, welcome to Good Morning Liberia. Good morning, Liberia. It is your morning breakfast show where issues of national concerns are discussed, where we put the interest of the Liberian people at first, talk about the issues confronting with them. We put the feet of government officials, public figures, we put their feet to the fire to do the needful things for the Liberian people. This is where we talk about national issues, global issues, local issues. We talk about local issues in the various counties where it is necessary to talk about those things that our people that are in a particular rural Liberia, they need people that can make their voices to be heard, the name people who would speak for them and who can make their plights to be heard nationally with the government. Again, Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous new year ahead of us. We pray that we all enter the new year. We pray that God grant us, all of us, our heart desires. We pray that whatever we put our hand in, we will succeed from there because it's only God we can put our trust in. Once we put our trust in God, uh, definitely He will do something tangible for you and myself. And many persons, many people wanted to be here today, but they can nowhere to be found. Not because you raptured more than them. It is because, yeah, God have to call them, and you are not sure yet today. So, good morning, folks. Good morning. We have to do it together here this morning on Good Morning Liberia. So many things to talk about. So many things to talk about on the national level. So many things to talk about relative to our country, the development and growth of our country. So many things to talk about. Good morning, wherever you are. If you're in the 17 electoral districts of Masarado County this morning, good morning. If you're listening to us on from the 15 sub-political division of our country, we say good morning, folks. It's always a pleasant time to be here with you. Whenever we're here, we have to talk about the issues of national concern. Okay, salam is here. Yeah, man. We really welcome Salam again. Yeah, the guy celebrated Christmas. Very, very good yesterday. I think you can dress close to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
The guy celebrated Christmas yesterday.
Mhm.
It was kind of
Yeah, where
so.
you
Come here. How was the Christmas?
honestly, like I told you
Uh,
earlier, it was okay. Bless God for life.
okay.
To see this festive season, you know, I'm grateful honestly, I'm grateful to God
Okay.
for me having the gift of life to see this time. There are too many people who are in hospitals who are no longer on earth,
Mm.
like the leg of Dr. Cassell.
Oh yes. Wow.
My condolences to the bereaved family and that of the party. Lost in their political leader.
It's kind of hard
Yeah,
though.
it's
It's really hard to
it's
accept that.
troubling. Yeah, it's saddening.
Yeah.
And according to reports, he died from heart attack.
Mm.
Yeah, he went to train after training. You know, trying to rest. He died from heart attack. So it is saddening. It is seriously saddening.
And honestly, our condolences to the bereaved family, the Cassius family, and of course the People's Liberation Party, the PLP. We're sending our words and our condolences coming out to you. Like it's hard. This is death. Once it hits you, it's just really hard. But we can't question God will. Once God says yes, no one definitely say no to that. So our condolences to the Cassius family, to the People's Liberation Party. Indeed, he was a great visionary. He was a great politician. He have helped a whole lot of people
Hmm.
since his coming to Liberian
Politics.
politics.
Sure.
There are lots of people that have benefited from him, and he was a good man. Even though they say people get praises when he died, but yeah, we can not from that perspective, but we've been following his track records, his men of principles. He meant for the people, and as a son of Lofa, he tried hard to give back to his country.
Hmm.
Even at the time when it was the fastest growing political party in
Political
Liberia,
party in Liberia.
because out of sudden the PLP was all around Monrovia. Everywhere you go, you listen, you hear PLP, People's Liberation Party. You see their banners, you see their cars. That was so great of him, and because he had a vision for this country, he believed things could have been better once he ascended to
The
power.
power, sure.
But God's calling, God's willing, God's words, God's plans are different from ours. We have our own plan. If you ask me, Salam Haku, I want to like, for me, I can tell anybody for free. I would like to live for 78 years, or
78
seven,
years.
eight. And that's the year. I don't want to struggle much more afterwards because once I'm done, okay, you ask me that. We ask another person they want to live forever. And that's wishing impossible.
It is
You
impossible.
can't
You
live
can't
forever.
live forever.
So once you've come, you have to go.
Hmm.
And that's how it is. We must go. This is not our home.
Mm.
We are strangers here.
You
And
came here
time,
for a purpose, anyway.
once you accomplish the purpose, you go back.
Mm.
And I think Dr. Cassia may so rest in peace. Have accomplished so many things in things he wanted to have accomplished, other than becoming a president, which of course it was a dream. That's as of I think 56.
56,
I think so.
approximately either 53, 56.
Yeah.
Either
So
53 or
yeah.
56.
So the fact that I think he's accomplished a lot, but he have much more bigger dreams other than those ones that he has not accomplished before a demise. Our condolences again to the People's Liberation Party and the Cassius family, the friends and relatives, his children. These are the one I'm now yeah
Yeah,
feeling
sure.
for.
Seriously.
They don't see their dad anymore.
Mm.
The wife will not see her husband no longer. And
And
mm,
I think like 2 days ago, he posted on his handle, the
with you,
Facebook
with
handle,
everybody, like
wishing everybody Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And in less than a day to receive that news, it
mm,
was like shocking to the Liberian people. And when I listened to the news, I said, "Wow, very saddening,
sure, sure.
very shocking."
Very, very much.
Very shocking. And that guy had the passion. He was very passionate and he was robust in making decision.
Mm.
And to listen to such a
Mhm.
news, it is so saddening.
Like when the news first hit, people like for me, I thought it was this all social media dramas. Yeah, because sometimes people bring about uh, death news like that are now authentic. Uh, that are now authentic. So, like when we saw the, pardon me, okay, when we got started hearing news about the former Liberian president, people were saying a lot on social media.
Mhm.
Like for me, I didn't believe that because I knew there should be authentic
Yeah,
source.
sure.
So when I first saw that, I still didn't believe. Later on, I tried my possible best after seeing posts from prominent
Hmm.
social media users, and I reached out to the chairman of PLP. He
Hmm.
said he said he got in such news, but they can't confirm, not deny, but they will reach out to the family in the US. But they said he fed up from cardiac arrest, but they rushed him to the hospital. So there's no news coming from there. So
Hmm.
later on, I called him back, and then he confirms that it was kind of saddening to hear a man who had a vision for the country,
Hmm.
a man who believed in, who have turned things around for the Liberian people. Somebody say, why always the good dies? And those that are bad cannot die. And that's God's choice.
Hmm.
And God makes the
That's
plans.
the decision.
God makes plan. You can't change that plan.
Hmm.
And that's it. Like somebody posted on social media, like the person said, are they other men all to die?
Then
I'm
the other men
like,
look like
you like that
in
Liberian
Liberia,
people. Liberian, I don't
the
know.
politics in the country and
Yeah.
too.
Someone's death, you can't do it with politics
Yeah,
again. Like,
politics and the politics will die, and the politics
I
will
think
always
a
the
person
guy.
like
Come
that.
on,
I
man.
mean, no, you don't
So
do that.
risky. So
But
saddening.
anyway, our sympathy to the Bereaved family, the Cassius family, the friends and relatives. So yeah, Salam,
Hmm.
so much to talk about this month, so many things to talk about, and so many things to talk about. Uh, yeah, on it was on the 23rd, I think a day or two to the 25th.
Hmm.
Uh, we saw a tragic scene from Central Monrovia
Mm.
where two of our disadvantaged brothers were were killed by an angry crowd. We've been told that the two guys that were killed, they were among although disadvantaged youths, or probably rather you call them Zogos, who were looting from civilians, who were looting from ordinary citizens who went to buy their food. They
Hmm.
were attacking people. But the fact is that we've been told that it started from around 8 years
Mm.
from Lynch Street, when those disadvantaged youth were then told that they were going to be compensated
Yeah.
by the chief of protocol to the president. It's a rescue mother, right?
Hmm. Fina Bono.
Fina Bondo. And many of them felt disenchanted. Many of them said they've waited for her. She told them she's gonna be
She's
there
gonna be there. Yeah.
to share some stuff with them as she usually do. So many of them waited for quite a long time, and they cannot see the woman coming.
Hmm.
So they say, why the woman say she will be also in she not
She
can.
not can ye.
Men, how many men feel?
So the men in nine.
They make the men first.
Oh
The
God.
men start looting from STS. Our whole UN Drive Lane Street,
Yeah.
Center Street, the UN Drive Center Street intersection. One
Mm.
guy offsetting chinching money. They attack the guy, took away his money.
You gotta gonna sing.
The men chinching money. He's a money changer.
Hmm.
The man sitting behind bars,
go do a normal business,
doing a
normal
normal
hustle.
business. You have nothing to do with what if Finabono gonna get
The man not responsible for
money
that.
or Finabono not getting money. That
God,
man
this
only
country.
go there that day to do his business and provide food for his family.
Mhm.
That man's a breadwinner. That man has a family to take care of, especially in the kind of festive season.
Mhm.
If you don't hustle, your family will not eat. So this guy who go to sell, unfortunately that day, those guys, those young disadvantaged youth attacked the man, make away with his belongings, his entire finance. Where is this country heading to? This scene, Kaloko or Salamon, you saw the way those guys was behaving, and they were fearing nobody.
Hmm.
As you are walking on the street, if you're not careful, the guy will yak out to you in a broad daylight. Not something that was inheriting. It was something they were doing, and everybody was kind of scared to even pass around that vicinity, that particular area. Because if you, the first thing is, it was like a, I don't know, how should I call it? It was like a, let's say, when war started. Yeah. We don't want to go back to these days. We don't want to go back to the days that have brought our country back to what it is. We don't want to go back there. Never will we. But these people with what call disadvantaged youth, that's the reason why we come here and continue to say the last time we're talking about job
Mhm.
provision. We're talking about drugs addiction. If the government fail to provide jobs for the young people, these are the things you will see continuously.
You know, let's call the space pay here, right?
Mm.
The guys there who involve into the kind of stuff, right? Consumption of narcotic
Mm.
substances. Let me tell you something. They made some bulk of them made that decision.
Mm.
The people who say in the drugs, they come and tell you, say, it's not that I'm siding with them.
Mm.
They come and tell you, say, you forced to take it. Nobody responsible for that money. If Julie, how you call it, how you call
Finna.
Finabondo failed to attend, maybe she trying to package for the new year. Finabondo not responsible for you. Nobody say you must go and live a reckless life.
Mm.
That's the path you choose. And you responsible for yourself. So for the fact is that when people come out to contribute or to help you, the woman been doing that thing for a very long time. Since the inception of the government. Every Christmas season, the woman will take the responsibility from her own pocket, her own money, her own salary.
Mm.
She get you small thing and encourage you to leave the street and make decision. You have to make decision for yourself. You understand?
Mm.
Though the government too has some lapses there, right? So for the fact is that you have to make some decision. There are some people who changing today. You understand?
Mm.
Who today they make decision and they have changed and they are contributing to the society. So all the time we will not say that the government will not. So what more about you as an individual, as a citizen? So you can make decision on your own to say to them, no, I tire with anything, though you have been addicted. But for the fact is that sometimes make the decision. That's what you say when they carry out on your own, run away or come back. Your come back, you can be creating chaos in the society.
Mm.
Then you blame the government. Oh, because the woman can't there and mean that you might go to the other people and you go harass them. Eh? A normal thing there. Then the men take the responsibility. The woman are responsible for them. So if the woman decide to do that, they should understand and communicate with her and know maybe details, some constraint, this have been postponed to maybe Christmas Day itself. You don't know. But for the fact is that because he didn't benefit, so now the common people who selling going by a normal business, they have been harassed. For everybody feeding it. It's not that one. You understand? When you're getting the money, say they will take it, they go smoke, they go taking drugs again. That thing have been a normal thing for them. So I think the government need to take its stance. Zero wasting. You need to come up and then, find solution for these kind of things. So for the fact is that if the woman not turn up, that doesn't mean that she failed, but she have been doing it. So she not doing it Christmas, not mean anything. So the other people that will be affected because of you.
The thing is, that's one of the reasons. Salam, this country, it is our country. We can make this country better, and we can make it better. You get it? We can make it better. We can make it better. The fact that this woman have been doing it, and she's promised to do it, even she didn't do it that day, she might likely still do it. Peaceful Liberians, people who have labored for their high-end money, especially like that. I mean, they made money bags of filth, and he attacked the man, took away his money. That brother now is frustrated. That brother man suffer for pressure from heart attack.
Yeah, man.
The man had, even in that bag, you have not less than over 500 US and over some $1,000. The guy's he's a big business or money changer right to the center and UN Drive intersection. This man suffered for a money high his family to take care of. The coffee in a bottle say she would give her sonny and she not can.
Yeah, she not can.
Sometimes more violence is not good. But again, we're not encouraging anybody to do that. The peaceful people will now sit down and see you harming them.
Oh, yeah.
And they sit down too. No.
Nobody.
Absolutely nobody can do that thing. Nobody can do it. Man, I say now here, somebody here working studio, they say, they can't for me. And I say, okay, I'm being professional.
Yeah.
If anything happens to me, I have the consequences to bear. Because anything happens to me, I will feel it.
Yeah.
And especially the kind of men, the men not get second thought. Some of these, the men say, I think have two senses remain. Sense of seeing and sense of hearing. But I can't feel. I can't taste me. They just like that. They don't have that sense of tasting.
Yeah.
So you can only see and hear. I can't feel. It's me when see and be sleepy. Can you touch and say, "Man, I know."
They may not know. They may
be
steady sleepy.
That mean only got only two senses remaining. So they kind of people. Reason we have to include the government, the Ministry of Youth and Sports. You are responsible for these people. Sport, not only sports in the country. One country mean coming at times see working.
The only time they can be working.
They don't say Ministry of Sports. The fact that even the whole name said the youth come first before the sports. Ministry of Youth and Sports. What are those programs, recreational programs, like you have it for these young people? The last time we checked, When they had not dedicated a rehabilitation center, other people were putting more of it.
Mm-hmm.
That project that. These things that should help to take our brothers out from the street. People saw that as a no essence.
Or political
It was a
tactics.
political tactics
Everything that
in a country
politics.
that politics. Government do something, even when a go opposition people can't see
Yeah,
that
the
politics.
policy.
Opposition men do something, government will say, oh, because
Yeah.
you more for power.
Uh-huh.
Everything is necessary in the politics. You can disagree to agree. You can still do things in the interest of the commoners. Ministry of Youth and Sport, get only see now campaign coming. Get only see their effectiveness after every 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
When in December, I ran in 16, 17. And
Yes, yeah.
the thing you gotta
And
create.
then Sega we see in
Yeah.
Ghana and he say, yeah, in working.
He signed over 275,000 due sponsorship deal from the content
Yeah.
because our sports now.
Yeah,
But nothing you can lobby for the youth
for the youth.
of this country. Like we were saying the last time, young people are the future leaders. So if this, because brother, every day the minute adding up, every day the minute adding up. You go center street, you see a new face go. You can't brush creep, you see them. You can't jarata, you see them. You go sit and you see they add it all every day. The Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency,
Mm-hmm.
the Monrovia City Corporation.
The Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency at the minute. Some of the officers in that desert, they can be there with a minute. They can sit down with them. They're taking the drugs together. Then a minute, you look, the government need to take this thing. They need to improve, the salary of the people there. The people there, DEA, the Drugs Enforcement Agency, they will complain. Another thing we'll talk about, I can remember I talked to the communication director. He said, we lack logistics. So because you lack logistics, so you just sit down.
Even if they provide this logistics,
They see logistics provide. He said the thing they're supposed to do, they will not do it.
They
And they
will
will
not
be
do it.
seeing people, the DEA officer, and they will be in the ghettos with the people will be smoking.
Mhm.
People know it. In the community, the people can see that. So the police officers, right? The Liberia National Police Officer, they can be there with the people that be smoking and seeing drugs together. Then I look at then we serious in the country here. Then everything that the president. What more about you? What has been your contribution? If you are passionate about something, you should be able to do the right thing for the people. Then you say, oh, the government are paying. Nobody's saying you there. Because
But
you are passionate and you want to be there, there are time. Life is timely.
well, that is same people they can serve as transporters.
I say the same people.
The LDA, the RRS,
Mm-hmm.
that the people necessarily be so skeptical that these particular drugs cannot be imported in our country. Because RRS, you are the borders. At every Liberian borders, you are there. And you are the last time we reported, our correspondent reported in I think is this look at two in Nimba where the an officer of the Liberia Immigration Service was caught
Yeah.
escorting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was caught escorting. I can remember that story. I
Yeah,
listened to that.
we reported that.
I listened to
You
it.
were caught escorting those guys. Why would you do so?
They say they
Then
prefer.
the thing is, addiction is bad, but if we can put together, we can work together, we can put the things under control, we can control the importation of drugs in our country. You will not have the amount of increment every day you see in news to go. Our own people and that will so close, someone that will know, people that will know. And we grew up together, we will know there was some of them were sharp people. To even train Leko at the time said I will work for them. Now they are bad at it. Every day they see you, bro. Someone you know before that was so clever in school,
Mm-hmm.
that used to do this class, that used to like God, Bene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see my boys and my man. I feel bad. Somebody who older than me, we started getting the same guy was like, bro for long, bro. Jaya picking small thing. Somebody who older than me more than 5 years. Call me bro. Yeah, picking you.
You think getting serious, oh?
Every day, brother. Go sit down there. Around Satan feet. You will see whole lots of young folks, small. Before I did our people used to be there before. But now they're 18, they're 14, they're 13, they all into this thing. If they don't do that thing, their heart can be satisfied.
Mm-mm. They are being addicted now. Used to that.
Government create the platform. Ministry of Youth and Sports. This is your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Who can be pulling on the person? Even if the person is trying his possible best, but you that are clogged with the authority to do these things, you're put your acting and say you're seeing it or you're hearing it.
They seeing the thing, they ignoring it.
You're,
But they,
you're acting about the thing, but you're not there.
as soon as take the drop from there and anything, they go in opposition and nah, they enjoying it, right?
Eh.
And they are failing to do the right thing.
But they ain't the job.
When the president dismiss them, then they will go now in America. They will sit down in America and they be criticizing the government, and then they acting that they criticizing the government.
But the man is serious. The thing is, you within the system do the better thing for the system. Now when they tell you you're not there again,
Yeah, then you come in. I tell
I think you can see it. Yeah, oh, that check out game where you say or you play
yeah,
against the
yeah,
game.
you play against the game. You play-
They may make you fool in this country. People give you authority, they give you the responsibility to do certain things for you. Now you're not working for the government, you're not working for the president. Even though you're working at the way and pleasure of the president, but work in the interest of the Liberian people. So when the president dismisses you, the policy, but they never do his job.
Yeah, sure.
The Liberian people will stand for you. But you're not doing the job for the people. The authority they give you, the responsibility they give you, you cannot execute it properly. But for any reason the president dismisses you, you had a gut
Yeah,
to be a podcaster, to sit down because you get internet
you get internet.
and you say a whole lot of things
Yeah, but
that we yourself you were part of, you
Mhm.
embrace it. That was one of the reasons people were not really buying the idea of the retired writing with Louis Browning. It's because of the past. That's what things you do today. Tomorrow it will have a event.
Mhm.
People will bring your past back. Then you say, "That my past." Even though that your past, but people will tell you say this is what you were doing before.
Mhm.
So if you live in your life now, you should be calculative. You should know how to live your life. So if they give you government, president look at you will repose confidence in you. That is seeing president, we repose confidence in the president. That is Liberian people.
Liberian people.
They say, President, go there. We trust you, you can do the work.
Mhm.
The president say, okay, since I can do the work, I trust them men too. They men
Yeah.
too must go there and do the work. Then they go there now, and you sit down so
You spoil your knee.
you spoil your knee. You're not doing nothing for the Liberian people, especially the young people. The young people who should be prioritized.
Sit down there.
And
Time of football.
they better things about the MOMIYS. The last time Abraham Parker myself as part of our series,
Mhm.
I will go outside the ministries. Went to the ministry. A whole lot of disenchanted workers.
Yeah.
They're not getting paid. Imagine you paying somebody $52 or $2,000 every day. You can't able to pay that money. You owe him over 3 more, 4 more. Who does that? $52. You owe the person and you paying the person $52 plus $2,000 liberty.
Liberty.
But to pay after the 2,000 liberty, you can't pay the people.
But they see they having the Ministry of
Eh?
Information. People have to
No,
so when look, yeah, they may
the
not
thing
see.
is, Ministry of Youth and Sports are responsible for our youth of this country. They're responsible. If you have some recreational or centers or vocational trainings, you know the TV you're doing, what they your ministry or you ministry how you the TV you say that youth thing and but you say ministry of education too, they on that TV division, they're not doing nothing.
Oh, they're not doing. What are they not doing?
Create the platform
The men
that we said previously. You cannot blame anybody for the many misfortune that they taking drugs, right?
Mhm.
But if you see these things going on, take the stand, take the initiative. That's why you are the government. That's why you are the government arm that is responsible for that particular thing. Yeah, the medical decision to make, am I responsible for them?
Oh yeah.
But what are those programs? Even the first thing when you go interview the men, you say, bro, you want to leave here now. What they are going to do? So your whole day, I would lead your when I lead a job. What do you do for me? What do I will do? That's how they see the society. And that's how the society is. The men believe when you come from over there, why you be doing that? Then you understand when you even careless about anything. That make it later anyway in sleep, no matter what embarrassing. All the men in the street, men go later and agree at it. Sleep. The man passing said this, anyway, sleep catching in sleep.
He sleep. You don't know.
You're not thinking of anything. Because the man is saying when he come back to his normal self, what is the opportunity will be created? Most of the men they start taking drugs because some of them depression, some of them frustration, some of them lost their parents, some of them is parental neglect, some of them is because they peer pressure. But on an overall, there should be intervention. And all they are humanitarian in the country. Or begging you. Chris Money man, shouldn't be coming for us trying to give it.
Yeah, they can give rest. When they rest, they can give. Look, that people there, the humanitarian institution contribute to the government too now. You understand? And now when Christmas is coming, then you go to the ghettos and you say you don't go get people rest when they eating the golf food and they come back on the road, they can't disturb the people. Oh yeah. Go to the government, the responsible authority, the Ministry of Youth and Sports. This is our contribution. How far is the issue of rehabilitation center? How far with the government, the Senate, right? And the Senate talk about it. So how far is it? We need to see how best about 26 or 27,000 people. At least we can exhibit reduction. You understand? And decentralize the centers, right? So that our people can live in a peaceful environment. Seti brother can do it almost every time, right?
Yeah,
Providing hot news. That Jetty, eh?
Jetty.
Okay, Jetty providing hot news, right? What has been the government, relationship with the people? Say, okay, the money you're taking here to provide the hot news here, let's do it this way. So that we can open a rehabilitation center, right? Or they work with direct who just open your own place too now, they will create extension. But because that didn't open that place now, you get problem with it. You don't want to support him too. Let's be honest. Then when the government do the other one to now, then the opposition too will say no. The thing is all doing that here. It's all doing it this way.
Instead of the problem with the millennials, instead of focus on
meaningful thing, but the focus.
You see, the millennials instead of focus, whether in the country, price go up.
Yeah, they did.
At times we have to be rational. At times we have to be rational. Regardless of our political affiliation, religious affiliation, these are things we should be, fast started on. The amount of young people on the street every day, just on Christmas Day, on a Sunday, the Ministry of State with our portfolio and the Moreover City Corporation.
That's Chogonkwe.
Yeah, Chogonkwe and Jefferson Koji. They held a Sport for Peace or game. At first, it was on the 23rd, at 16th Street on the basketball tournament. Now, on Sunday was the soccer match on Kerry Street. See the amount of young people out there. One of my media comers for a break. The amount of less of disadvantaged youth, and talk with men from away. Why Mel going live and
check the phone?
In for pray.
Um,
He went on duty. And then I seen people, they say they were playing soccer mad for that day. Sometimes these things are important to make the people feel fine in the street too as well. But this sharing food on a minute, you don't get food for a minute.
but they get food for a
You don't
minute.
get food. The minute you share food today, man, I've been eating 5 minutes straight, man.
But
What
see
you
the
again?
food said. Don't forget about the thing. Look, let the people take the necessary steps. Forget about sharing food. They don't get food for that minute. Go for what the Liberian people want to see.
The long term, not the short term.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah.
Why you share that food today? You put it on camera, you put it on Facebook, you
Yeah.
share it.
So people
It
can
means
see it.
it means nothing. It will never change that, guys. You can share the food you talk to them all day.
Nah, but
If you talk, say, man, the first thing the man calculate, them if talking will pause and move on here.
they go do
Ah,
they
but I
go,
mean,
they go on normal hustle.
no more also.
We are go food already. They go
The
do
guy,
our normal.
the person say, I thought when we're doing the live, they go on Sunday.
Eh.
One of the guy came, one of the disadvantage was telling the house, and you're like, so, tabekan, no bakuto. If
I enjoy the way the minute get done.
if like our down say, each one get 10 move on your cocoa. Who can play football? Football can do for me.
I get screens there. I get screens to play football.
The man, you know, everything I'm back. Shut up. But now, as soon as but you bro,
Yeah, you see?
the pressure, yeah. Then
Oh,
the mayor there, see the mayor, mayor, no mayor, don't shoot. Mayor
yeah.
beg you, mayor want down say, don't move from here. Mayor say we'll be having after party. Musician will be here. Man, say welcome to a musician. You're bringing musician, you're paying $500, $600 for you can be singing one song, one. You know,
If you see what was it?
yeah, this thing, the man, yo,
God.
you will do it,
Mhm.
but it can't help. It's a short term something. Now they spoke for peace ended. What because this man?
They may not go back in the
They
ghetto.
won't spoke for peace again. Next December again.
They go back in the ghetto.
And next year business. So if you
Do the same
can,
thing.
say, after every month, like one already on Facebook, I think Coffee with Jojo.
Yeah. Communicate.
She's a Lofian,
Mhm.
and she's doing well. She's taking about what 7-10% out of the street,
See?
right? Like this guy who sang along with Panto.
Yeah, the guy who sang
Don't call me
along.
Soko.
Yeah, okay.
Along with Panto.
Yeah, Panto.
She's she's one of the person too. I helped the guy.
Okay.
Now the guy is good. She'll take you from the rehab, bring you to the Chicago house or apartment in fence. After from rehab, she bring you to the fence. You spend for about 5-6 months with her. Most of the guys there, they actually they were for Christmas they were in or lofa. She taking it there too. Even though she can't take everybody,
Mhm.
she sometimes pick 3 for the first month. She can pick another 3. These are things that will help the people. Even though the men got decision to make, but let me tell you go to that American area. They men they want people who will be around there
Mhm.
and be giving her words. So the men always frustrated. Some men feel that even they come back again, laugh and nothing for them.
For them.
They feel that they've already failed in society. They have nothing again to contribute because they come back. The first thing they feel that they will have that bullying, people will bullying. They want to so go before.
Mhm.
They feel that they have when they come back, it's nothing they will do again.
That's why the youth and sports need to take the responsibility to ensure to provide the necessary things for people who have been involved in such a environment. This is so saddening. We need to work together. The community too, community dwellers. All right, you live in a community where you get a ghetto.
And when you see Diego coming,
You see people coming.
he say, where the ghetto?
Where they get it, you say no, I know,
And you know.
and you forgetting to know that you have kids that monitoring
And man, be
and kids can keep things.
manipulated.
Yeah,
Influence.
influence.
Everyone that started taking jobs, they were influencers.
Mhm.
Nobody here will go some money and say I cannot get away.
Yeah, as soon as you go, no, they make decisions.
Somebody, one of your friend here come to you, also but the thing, the minute thing and be concentrate.
Yeah.
My man get you nothing. When you take it straight, you nobody get it said. You can feel that you under the wall.
Mhm.
The man will manipulate your mind, influence your mind, all sort of things. So when the people come in a community, look at what happened in Grand Passa.
Mhm.
Similar thing like that.
Mhm.
Zokos. They're another angry crowd. People can't sit up. I mean, they seem to not somebody say, he say, we see, you think say, I man one bon question chat. Somebody want a man bon more question chat. You.
Mhm.
So sometimes they think some people can't take it.
Yes, of course. They can take
Ordinary
it.
like Brandon man say, even when the man do something, I will pardon the situation and let him go. But what they make work for hard earn money, you can't take it. They make some people will not picture you.
Mhm.
They will not picture you. They will go after you.
Mhm.
But to put stop to all these things, there should be programs created for the people. Let even do it can be on 100% skill, but every time if you can do it, even 10%, 10%, 10%, at the end of the day, you will have these people will not be enough. Many of them will make that decision to come back. Many of them will say they not even get time of decision to come back. But the thing is, what are or where are those programs that you're creating that even when the men change, they will be doing?
Mhm.
The first thing they say I'm a can't go back, I'm a count to myself, so I'm a can't go send out to CEO whole day. I'll be causing no, I'll be causing politician for another politician business.
Mhm.
But yeah, the last time Famata I think Famata Lorena and myself went to okay, I can call the place right on Center Street. One of the places Zoko can be around the graveyard there.
Mhm.
We went there. There's a lady, very outspoken. She said, she said, I'm good. I graduated from high school. I was in university. I graduated from university, but afterwards, no job, nothing to do. I lost my mother. I lost my father. I lost my child during birth.
Mhm.
I felt discouraged. I felt disappointed. I was frustrated. I got on drugs. She said, "What will encourage me now to leave drugs? Even the things you are doing, okay, enough bad. When I say bad, right? I should leave it. Okay, one leave it. What will be done for me?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go sit down to see you. I'm gonna go on Google Avenue
Mhm.
to be calling on radio and to be insulting politicians for other people. That you want me to do?
I'm gonna go to party headquarters and sit down there whole day,
Y'all
whole
give me
full
blue
day.
beret. Y'all,
Yes.
y'all give me militant shoe
Mhm.
to be sinking the battle crash
Get killed
where
on
my
the.
life will not go nowhere. It's the woman was so fair enough. She said it better be here, even if I die on the street, no problem. But I will not be able to go and stand battle cries on behalf of government or politician
Mhm.
or political parties.
Political parties.
I will not be able while I'm a graduate of a university or I have my university degree. Then when they had a vacancy, I came my job and somebody needs sex from me before they gave me job. Yeah, I don't think you're on anything again.
Hmm.
She was right overall. She was right overall. If she come from there, which we can pray for and which we all want, what becomes of her after she leave that place?
Mhm.
I think from 4 minutes from now we'll take calls. What becomes of her? Oh, she will come. Okay, crazy. That was many of times you have many people when it come from on drugs. Sometimes I have 2 3 months go back.
They go back. Yeah, sure.
Even though it's addiction, but sometimes the thing that people tend to say when it can't will happen to you, it not happening to the man.
And another thing is that the people who want to change sometimes, though it is addiction,
Mhm.
but sometimes they need to take the responsibility to say to make decision for themselves. But the fact is that we all know, and you have gone far into this, right?
Mhm.
But let me say to yourself today, from today,
I finish with the thing.
I finish with
I'm
the
not
thing.
going back again.
I am not going back.
The only thing is you only need decision.
Decision, the decision you make for
And once you
yourself.
say, I will not take it, and you stand by that decision, definitely you will not take it.
Mhm.
You will not take it. Because drugs is very bad. It fade you up. Like, see,
It is also a threat to the country's security.
yes,
Seriously, you see what happened? Serious
my
threat.
my comrade,
I'm telling
my
you.
comrade, what like my man left phone. It means I don't know what MCC would do. Something part of MCC press. The man left when you do a little also want to be maintaining himself.
Mhm.
The man phone gone.
You
When
see?
you went on national, you went on a court duty. Right? The last time I think the eve of Christmas, I filed for Ismail Kali, myself, Harris, with Billy. Well, in Ghana's view around this, the chocolate city. Foul for washing a car. The little guy who are riding a motorbike, the man get a picking back on the spot. The man took the car in a palm. They make away with his motorbike. The guy start crying, has the motorbike not for him. And you know, even know I think going to tell a boss man. And, that's chocolate city place. You can pass and after you can walk 8 o'clock late. Past 7:30, 6:30. You can pass there.
The Liberian people living an insecure life. It is so saddening.
But the last time we checked, the president said, "I'm gonna be security for that." Say,
But the president said,
yeah,
Imagine-
many people won't be security for that. So sometimes these things you have to prompt into them. You got to come to them. You can be 6:30, you can pass up. You can be 6:30, you can pass 12 street, you be safe. You can be 6:30, you pass under street, you be safe. We're not safe no more. We are not safe no more.
Honestly, the country is not safe.
It's not safe.
For the way things are going.
Last night again,
for Zogo to go to
as soon as I left the radio station, I went home. I was sitting in front around creation. Got my guy, one of my guys in Chimona, I was looking at the dress, passing that dress going.
Yeah.
Man, fine, beautiful girl. Beautiful girl, my man. You see yourself, you say, yeah, they get a fine girl, man, bongo. And they get go just my phone and catch up.
Oh.
Reason being they didn't beat her or beat on her is because the guy who she Jay, he's a kind of responsible guy and say, just leave her.
She go.
Just leave her, she go. But people are already waiting to fuck her, to really beat on her. Oh, fine, beautiful girl. You see the girl say, I want to say I get you the thing, But this is how this is what the country have turned people into. This is what the country have turned people into. Wow, a girl like that do such a thing. But honestly, if our man, I ain't gonna flood like that. If our man gonna be but because she's a woman, they gotta get that feeling. But sometimes people need to be treated equally. But I mean, I need support that whole from the front of the But the fact that was a criminal act, you find like, and I was standing up there who had some suitors. You hear my guy watching money there. The man I buying a particular game.
Just imagine.
The man I'm mentioning money. We said that what was it creation? But she had to do that thing. And then Samsung. I think Samsung S9. Go guys and say, let's go.
The government need to wake up and ensure that necessary mechanism put into place, especially from the angle of the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
The Ministry of Youth and Sports.
They need to wake up and see how best this can be put on control.
The man when care was sports.
Seriously.
Counting me.
Seriously.
So one
the only thing you know is you got working.
And then counting me.
In December when
counting me coming.
Then you'll be all over the
place. So I don't know what I think there. The Ministry of Sports. They just was a Ministry of Sports. But against the Ministry youth and Sports, they say youth. If even the youth comes with sport, meaning the priorities you come for the youth. But the men only never counted me because they know I counted me orange like Liberia can sponsor. I said I'm sponsor. I quite like can sponsor. I'm begging you. 07709079079078800907907907. You'll be part of this discussion this morning. 07709079070880907907. And you'll be live this morning on Voice of Liberia. We talk about this drug thing, the incident that occurred.
Get a call.
Yeah. No, there's a first one.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm asking you about that time.
Voice of Liberia. Let's hear you.
Voice of Liberia. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. I'm James recording from Brazil.
Okay.
I want to say thanks to you people for your fascinating topic. And this thing is to be addressed very seriously because this Zoko's business, they are getting on a rampage every day. You remember, I think months back, they did the same thing in Douala Market. And some guys on motorcycles were killed in that process. And I think up to now, I think they are thinking they are making those things to be their usual habit. And even now, they are carrying on a recruitment in every community, in every school. If you want to know that, let the school be having this thing they call Gala Day activity, next show, and team and pero. Go to the various school campuses and go see students at the age of 17, 16, 16. If the whole place can be flowing out of smoke. Okay, the one that has to do with the community, every community, our security needs to be mature. Sometimes we the community dealer, sometimes when you call some of the security, those security will end up leaking you to the same guys in the community because the security and they are friends. They are friends. You see some of the security that you need sometimes we will be passing in the community security men. You see some of them, not especially some of the DEA guys. You see some of them will get on motorbike, they will go in the ghetto bar, those things drop, go somewhere, they will be telling you, seriously telling you, I didn't get my thing. I didn't get my thing. And if you want to believe that, you're going to do an interview with some of the motorcyclists because we are the ones sometimes to carry some of them. We are transporting carry them go buy things. I just went buy my thing from there and come. So in fact, it makes we the community dweller afraid to call them because if you call you guys, you go in lodge company. When they will tell you to invest when I come back, I will come after you. And in and there at your home, those guardians will come to you and beat you multiple or sometimes set your heart ablaze. So these are some of the things. Sometimes you don't blame the community dweller. They are afraid to call those security guards there or even point to these various ghettos to say this ghetto, this place is a ghetto, this place is a ghetto. At the end of the day, you will be leaked out to those same so-called guys and I will just go spend 2-3 months in prison or in jail. Then come back in the community.
Why the president is the prison? The home arrest. Thank you, my brother. The home arrest your president is all crowded. These sicknesses now coming out. Why the person? So the man knows that when they arrest, then the man know that you go to jail.
You wanna go to jail?
They play all crowd out. 0770-907-907-907-907 and you'll be a part of this morning on Good Morning Liberia. We're talking about this thing. Let's talk to the next person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You know where you calling from?
I'm Roderick M. Fagbe calling from Brazil.
Let's hear you, my brother.
Yeah, you guys I like your show this morning. I would like to appreciate that show.
Thank you so much.
And you show your post, your post this morning. I really like it. And this guy we call him the Anglo citizen, and they got to do something about this. We, the normal human being, will not be suffering every time from our brothers men because they're looking at us. Yeah. So I would like to appreciate that show, and then I would like to pass the information to you guys, and then your power on the authority, then you'll empower you to the chief protocol.
Okay. Thank you.
I would like to say you should tell the chief protocol that this garden, there is a farm place for them. Like in the national forest, when they grab this garden, let them carry them there and put them there. Let the people make fun. At least for 2, 3, 5 years, when the men spend it there, they will know that what they are doing is not good. We can be crying that no food in this country, and then this
they are harassing people.
Guys, they have to carry them and find place for them and make fun. After 5, 6 years, when I not see nothing, they will be, they will be coming to their senses soon.
Okay.
So, please, you should pass this information to the people.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning. Yanime, where do you call from?
We're not getting you.
What happened, remember? Call back.
Please call back.
Call back. I don't know the Christmas enjoyment getting me.
No, probably that's a phone set. Somebody
I think we get call.
Hello.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Chief. Your name, where you calling from?
Well, this is J. Abaki McCanvey, the herbalist. With regard to the issue people are discussing, actually, you are in the right direction. Seriously. We need to actually look at our dress codes in the street first of all. We should not allow all kind of appearance to be passing in the street as it used to happen till days. If you are Zogo, before you come in the street, you wear good clothes. Because that time, you used to look at the dress code can make people to just look at you and arrest you and carry you somewhere. Okay? But this time, it's not happening. All kind of sluggish dress code just passing in the street, causing themselves Zogo. There was Zogo. There have been Zogo all along. In all countries, they got Zogo. But there are special dress code that is not supposed to appear in the street. When you appear like that in the street, you need to be arrested.
Okay.
And then I think that would be able to refund the guy because they're going too low with the dress code in the street.
Thank you.
And leading to so many disasters.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. What's the name? Where you calling from?
I'm Richard Fumo calling from Bravo to People South of Bonishak.
Okay, let's say my brother, go ahead.
Yeah, the topic on the discussion, about these logos. Quite frankly, let me be honest, is that government too is encouraging some of this bad habit that these students are doing. What I mean, setting aside, giving these children money, encouraging them to do a lot of things. These people are people, when you see visually impaired people are doing something to help themselves. Then what about people who get a full sight that they can see and they can't want to do anything? So at the end of the day, the children you see now, they go on the street. You see how our society is bad? Like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the night, now you don't walk on the street.
Sure.
The children hijack you. Because it happens, and sometimes you carry them to jail, the next day you bring them out, and when you harm them again, human rights or other people come in, they say you are violating human rights and other things. So it's so discouraging. Like what you guys are saying, government just need to put a feedback and do some of the things and take drastic decision, more especially the security apparatus. Like what you guys were saying, the drugs, the DA, the police, those guys are involved in the team.
The minister is
those guys, they smoke, they drink. They encourage the children to do a lot of funny things. So government got to do something to, take some action against these things. Thank you for the top level discussion.
Thank you. No question. Good morning.
Good morning. What's up, Liberia? What's up, people?
Yeah, the powerhouse station. Your name, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Banazzo. My name is Mr. Clement.
Okay, let's hear you that. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for this topic. You see, you will continue to re-emphasize the building of institutions. If these guys are institutionalized, this will not happen. But let me just sound a warning before I forget. Tamabono is now known worldwide as a supporter. What the book in the crime they can say facilitator of the crime in the street. Because these guys are visibly known to be the criminals in the street. And you are taking money and giving it to them. It's like our seed is like a feeding. It's a group of food for the worm in the stomach. You are encouraging this. You are a facilitator, a national facilitator with taxpayer money. And instead of taking the money and building institutions, I think the only people who are supposed to be giving free money to this country, at least are the people who are disabled, the blind, who are begging in the street among cars. These are the people who at least you'll be given to, because Christ himself said that. But you take the money and give it to an able-bodied man who will dress and carry knife and carry collars and carry.
But even you get many money, when you get many money, man go do the same thing.
Then you go and you facilitating it again, and you facilitating the customers to the drug dealer because they don't have money, they will not buy.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know what kind of people are we in the institution. If you got those jobs to do, go back to Ruwaji and go sell and improve that and Kubosha we have over there. Instead of taking money and facilitating people, as a result, people are being killed. Look at the people that have been killed and look at the people who lost their businesses. You are the facilitator. By right, the government is supposed to arrest you and carry you to court for that. Thank you for continuing voicing the voice of the voiceless.
Thank you, Chief. 0770-907-907, 0880907-907. And yeah, you'll be part. Let me talk to this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
How are you?
This is the heavily background. I just want to raise this issue. What about those that are sound and they are appearing like Zogo? Our brothers that are dressing like Zogo in the sea also, they are not Zogo, but go on, Galaxy. You see that wear look kind of funny dress code appear almost like a Zogo. You see, these are things that are also should not be encouraged in our society. So
Okay.
let's try to practice something decent, man.
Thank you.
Just like right now, our dress code, we just can't just regard it in the street. Anybody can appear anywhere in any form. It's not good.
Okay,
We should look at it also.
thank
Not
you.
allow our world to go low like that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
gentlemen.
you. 0770-907-907-080-907-907. Yeah, they got it. Man, still only dress code in there. Like to that color from that end. Yeah, so I don't think that call. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, thank you, guys. I'm Emmanuel M. Tupa Jr., an associate of the Intellectual Alliance of Liberia, and I'm calling this morning from the office of the Intellectual Class of the whole community. I want to say good morning and compliment of the season to you guys.
Many happy
following the show.
Many happy returns, my brother.
Thank you. I quickly want to speak on the issue about these circles, and an attempt made by, Honorable Bondo giving this guy ratio, giving him food. I think it is unfortunate. As a supporter of this government, I strongly want to discourage any out of supporting these Zogos, or in any form. The best thing you can do for these Zogos, if you think you want to help them, because they too are Liberian, and I regret the death of any Liberian in this country. But then their action is getting out of bounds. In fact, they are beginning to form organizations to fight against national government. I call it fight against national government, because if you guys can put yourself together in a group and go attack peaceful citizens, looting people's property, I think it is quite unfortunate, and government should not tolerate this. What I want for Finabondo to do, and Finabondo, as a supporter of this government, if you have any help you want to give to Liberians who are less fortunate, go into those slum communities like those communities like West Point, Niggertown, and other urban areas where people are desperate in need of food. Go there and share your food with them. God will bless you. And I think giving food to Zogos, giving them money, wherein they are going to use it to harm people, it's quite unfortunate, and I want to discourage her. At first, when they give those Zogos the 5,000 President did it, I thought those guys were going to change. But I don't see any way of changing in them. I believe these guys have been addicted to certain substance, and there's no way they can change. The only thing that can change it is get them to a rehabilitation center, let the government take action, and prevent this guy. Get them to any rehabilitation center. If you can send them to college like Green there, correction pilot, go and let them be working government firm. When they come from that into 2 to 3 years, give them skill. Let them play rights. Earlier we are struggling, we don't have much rights in the country. They can go and work on government firm. When they come from that, government pay them. They can be rehabilitated into the society.
Okay.
But giving them to the street and giving them money is wrong. And I want to condemn the action, and I want to discourage them for giving this guy food, and any other government official will share with them. Thank you very much for 40 minutes time.
Thank you. Thank you, this person. Good morning. The first is a comment. I get fun. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, where you calling from?
Yeah, how are you? I'm Jay, calling from Brazil.
Okay,
I want to say thanks for the topic on the discussion. I have to say this to our be safe in Abondo. On a serious note, you'll see sometimes really take a walk around the country and see how our people are living, most especially the disabled. When you see some of them with their little children carrying them from place to place, begging, is she doing something for them, or beside those so-called guys who continue to harm people, and even those old blind people that the Zogo can even go and steal their thing from? How can she look at those two things? Those gardens, look at our man, Okoro Bakara. He was somebody who understands life, who understands making comedy. Now he look at himself and walked towards drugs and decided to take drugs. And at the end of the day, look at his condition. I think the best thing to do is not to continue to give those guys their money. It's continue to carry them somewhere and be treated and give them trade. But to continue to give them money, what are they doing with this money? What about the blind and the crippled people that is on the street that is not able to do anything in a country is like this? It's so painful. And to keep giving those guys the money. You're giving the guy the money. Is he happy? It's not happy in the country. It's not happy there. Look at, they need to be rehabilitated. That money that you're taking to waste on them on a daily basis or on a yearly basis, that money can go to certain infrastructure. At the end of the day, police carry those guys in there and God doing it, and some of them they can make farm and continue maybe feed up for 2-3 years while they plant banana and potato. That 2-3 years that banana and potato grow. At the end of the day, you stop feeding it, they will continue to eat that banana and potato and even the rest from the day. You just support them for first 1-2-3 years. After that, they started harvesting. You will not support them again. You will continue to feed themselves there. And to be with it, or if you don't want to do it, let them got them be who they are. Then you start looking at the plant and the crop for look at the children on the street on a daily basis. You get police in Douala Market arresting the children there. They say they are saying, but what are you doing for the children? They must just be in the community, the parents going at the same time, the parents going outside, they in the community, and when the parents leave them at home, they go into follow the friends and they smoking the same ghetto in the ghetto, encouraging them.
It's very sad. It's very sad.
It's so sorry, man.
Okay.
And yet, my brother, let me tell you something to conclude. Let me tell you something and tell the Liberian people. Even those gardens that you are looking at, they are already there. But come in the community, see the new recruitment. For high school, come and see the new recruitment.
Every day the men are getting plenty.
And many they are getting many. And in fact, they are starting from. I saw a girl who are on that they brought smoking a cigarette at the end of the day. They open up, they came and kissing the girl, putting the smoke into the girl mouth. At the end of the day, they
smoke love, man.
Imagine that. Kissing the lady girl.
Thank you, my man. Thank you, brother. I always say I know some disappointment this morning.
Stop wasting money.
Thank you.
Wasting money. Not happy.
Thank you.
Because
thank you.
You will convince your guardians to continue to vote recklessly in this country and continue to vote recklessly for reckless people.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah, the fact is, we have to be real with ourselves, right? We have to be real with ourselves. Liberians are not safe anymore. Now say walking in the street, say you make sure your package is well secure. Because the men can be walking inside, you said, and out of sudden the men take your things. Go small in Marco Junction. Go or small in Marco Junction. And see how the men is stealing people bags. I think we got callers there.
Okay, we got caller.
Good
morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Your name and where do you call from?
This is Gao Abraham Jill, and I'm calling you for Kawe, formerly known as the Comfortable Kegele.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sitting in my Kegele listening to you this morning. I'm just laughing. But you know, I just want to advise you guys this morning, my brother and friend. You know, the Sefu Sherry that I know for Freedom FA is not a Sefu Sherry today.
Go to the
point. Forget about Sefu Sherry here. We'll discuss Sefu
Sherry.
Yeah, I just trying to.
No, don't go to the point. Forget about Seku.
Yeah, okay. I want to appreciate you guys because you guys are speaking the truth and the fact, sir. And people listening to you now, your station, people are taking your station to be an opposition station now. That's what I'm trying to say, my brother. I'm not discussing personality, you know. But you guys are giving the factual information to the Liberian people, and you are actually doing extremely well for the Liberian people. I want to appreciate you this morning, and they say, when the man living, you must gain a flower with a life.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask God Almighty for his protection upon you guys' life. For I follow you guys with the blood of Jesus. And I follow you guys with the blood of Jesus.
Amen.
And continue to speak in fact to the people, for the people to always know that you are speaking in fact.
Thank you
for the opportunity for me.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
You know, the fact is, that's what many people fail to understand. If you speak things against the government, and you opposition. When you speak against the opposition, you for government.
Good morning.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where do you call from?
Thank you. My name is Mohammed Assis. I am a resident of District 17, back down to be Pacific.
Go ahead.
Thank you for a full minute opportunity. You see, my brother, the issue of the Zogo in this country is getting rampant. You're talking about someone to Michael, but come right here to see a church here in Broadway to the grave to that graveyard. Come there. Just come there now and go into the graveyard and see your brother and sister there who are already sleeping in the grave. And they're not dead by the but they're sleeping in the grave. So you see, so what I'm trying to say is that
because I was living dead.
Yeah, all of us in this country as Liberians, we all get ideas. Well, even now, the person who just called in now, Mohammed have an idea. But if Mohammed bring the idea on the board now, and they call Mohammed and say, okay, come and sit there and implement the idea, it become a big problem for me. So you see, that is the reason. Honorable Finabono, the last time, some years back, they gave those logo 5,000. And that thing went viral in this country. So why people should get Zogo money and this and that and so on. Some of us, we felt that the president wanted to be good to the Zogo by giving them Christmas at a time. But today, because Bono, I don't even know whether Bono even announced that he was going to get them something and I did not receive it, then go on the rampage. So even if you hear that they were supposed to give it something and they not give it to you, you have no right getting in the street to go and start damaging people's property. But however, this too is Liberia. It happened first to get them money. So they say, tell we hear that we give money, although whether it's true or not, we are going to go on the street so the people will look at us, they will come to us, they will give us money, they will from the money that we hear that we give us, they will give it to us. But it's wrong. How do you call it? Finabono, please take a tour around Monserrado County. Go to some of the slum community. Go to how do you call it, to Todi. Go to Todi. I think Todi is in District 1, if I'm not mistaken. Go to Todi. Move from Todi, come right in Broadway here, go all as far as Place Island and see the living condition of the people. Go to my own country, Grand Cayman County. Go to the places and see how the people living there. So even if you go to the places, you look at somebody, you get there $50 US, but if you get a $20 US, they will continue to pray for you, and whatever you tell them to do, they will do it.
Thank you. We have to take another call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where do you call from?
Thank you. Yeah, in the north, from there. Yeah, how are you from there?
But may you move in the north, I was before you call.
Yeah, this other kind of call you for the radio of things. So I decided to come out.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but I want to tell my uncle. This is the man I want to make the fun. I said, after going to bed, all the things I want there, I'm when I will start the fun.
You may come to the station, yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where do you call from?
My name is Paul Cooper, from Cartwell.
Go ahead, Paul.
Thank you for the show and thank you for the presentation. Let me say this. You see, in this modern dispensation where people deny Joseph Boakai 2017 on grounds that he was old, and they were bringing in a young person, meaning they expected a new or young innovation as it relates to doing things differently in order to solve the problem that we all face. But this young person has come to power. He has failed massively. So what they now engage into is using these guys called circles. I just listened to the office of the chief office of Protocol. He is saying after that incident, he went to the different centers blasting the guys. Oh, you have received your thing already. Why did you go to the street? Why did you go to the street? Why even go there? Why even get those tax money? So they are doing this thing. These are the guys that were encouraged to go register and vote for them and to the city. So in essence, President, we are helping and aiding and suffering our people because he wants them to be to vote for him. So what he do? He suffer them, he depress them. So in return, they see him as the Messiah. He knew his people, they go around in the name of giving those people money. The best way you could help those people is by rehabilitating them, finding jobs for them. If you argue that the economy or the country is doing so well, why in fact engage into giving money? What you should have done is the December salary, you should have increased 7 December salary, if you have a lot of people working, if you have created a lot of job opportunity, increase the salary, put the Christmas there, they could have helped each other. Not like going to that disadvantage you. So President Weah is making these people, he are adding all these people because he wants them to vote for him. He has failed massively.
Thank you
for our country.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. 0770-907-907. We take at least 3 to 4 2 calls. Then we'll transition to another thing here this morning. We'll take 3 calls and we'll transition this morning. This person. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
You know where you calling from?
Okay, my name is Kiawu El Hassan.
Let's hear you, my brother.
And I join you from Electoral District 11, Upper Caldwell.
Oh, okay. Let's hear you go ahead. Welcome.
Okay, let me appreciate you guys for the talking point this morning. And I listened to you make a very serious analysis as it relates to the happenings in our country. Between you and myself on this radio, Liberia is a country that we have to sit as a people and calibrate and think how best we can help this country. Brother, this season, it was so difficult. I went to community because I'm part of a community that is responsible to outreach. And almost all of the homes complains about Christmas. Things are hard. Things are so difficult. The living condition is unbearable. It's frustrating as so sometimes when we listen to the radio and you guys discussing some of these things, it really, bring that kind of a disheartening feelings to us. For having been, we are anticipating 2023. From now to October, we'll make our decision as a Liberians. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Sure, morning. You are going by or you buying today?
Yeah, man. So. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why you calling your uncle, but I uncle number. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What is your name? Where you calling from?
This is Kumar Kane calling from District.
Like say, my brother, you have to push in your voice a bit.
I listened to FN just now. I just wanted to add to them that now put on the number because he says making complaint that people want power, the police will go money. He forget to know that CDC John Weah is the one that giving Jogo's money, empowering Jogo to carry on those criminal acts against the citizens of Nigeria. He was the first person to start sharing money on Jogos, and Jogo reacting on people this way. He's the one that very recruiting the Jogos to ransack this country. When you follow again and not say the fight to the Liberian people. I listen to only Joe Bugger he's talking about how Joe Bugger travel, how you go. And that's example for one person. When Joe Bugger said the vice president is in the position of become president anytime, I said I made a mistake.
Thank you.
President can become president.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who was expecting that? Okay, I said that.
Thank you. This person. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm okay. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Sampa. You're calling from Providence.
Okay, let's hear you, man. Wow. Damn it. That's what I'm going to do, say these things because the minute nobody secure anymore. You walking in the street, the minute checking your things.
Yeah, we not say again because up to now someone see
I'm so sorry to hear that, but we just hope government can take actions. Thank you so much. They can't go about Christmas on Saturday, go check the get bed. They can't tell me now.
Good morning.
Good morning, your name. Where you calling from?
This is Location Moro and I joined you from Looking-Town.
Let's hear you, Chief.
Brother, thank you this morning in your studio. I think I've tuned your station and I really admire the elaboration of your point. Let me say thank you this morning again and Christmas and the prosperous New Year that we're about to enter in.
Okay.
Brothers, that's something I already prepared yesterday, and I just exact what you guys are discussing this morning. I sat down yesterday while the Christmas was going on, and nothing was, I was, less busy, so I decided to think of what next in our country, and I started to think of what I saw the eve of Christmas, which was on Saturday, and I think on something that like this: if Zogo sees something and you buy it from them, you are arrested for criminal facilitating, right? In fact, they charge you more than the Zogo himself.
Because you facilitated the crime.
Yeah. So now, if you also that giving food to the same Zogo to go get the strength so that they too can see, who are you too? Are you not the same that I am going through? So I sat down yesterday and I make my letter available already. I will be taking this letter to 4 major places. I will send one to the Senate. If the Holy does it, it left with them. One will go there, and one will go to the Internal Affairs. One will go to Council of Churches, and one will go to the combined religious churches, which is both the Muslim and the Christian. And I will take a final letter to the embassy complaining the action of Singapore. No, let be frank to this thing, to the whole discussion here. This is not about Bondo, but it's about what she's doing to us. If you saw what the garden did on Sunday, on Saturday, if you were present and you see the garden coming with the merchants and things that were in their hand, scissors,
we were there.
You see them coming, you will know that Liberia can enter into war and anything can enter there at any time. People can say, no, it can't happen now in Liberia, it can't happen. Look at those gardens that I saw. They can take anything for anything. Okay? So this thing, it has to stop. This thing we can say, oh, they will say, oh, they are not Zogo. Other people can say, you don't call them Zogo, they are this. The man decide to choose where to be and be feeling from. Who can tell me that Zogo in Liberia they don't see? Let the person raise their hand and tell me, say, Zogo, they can't see, they are not criminal. So this thing, we have to take it very legal and serious so that it can stop. You know how much, even yesterday, that they gave them money yesterday? Do you know that yesterday? On down Johnson Street going to Rallytown area, that they came there and they were giving them $10. If you go, you say, oh, me, I want to change, they give you $10. How will you know that the person won't change? If you want to change these people, you must go to rehabilitation. I interviewed one of the Zogo. He told me the reason of changing that is difficult. He said the first thing is when they try to flush the system in you, you have to vomit, you have to toilet. So if you go 3 days into this thing and survive, then that the system now will work to be flushed. So that the reason most of them, they won't change, but the fear of that particular thing that can happen to them that can easily kill them in that process. So that is the fear that someone don't want to change. So if you want to help those people, face a rehabilitation center, bring more medication, come on the street, collect them, carry them there, flush their system from out of their body. Those who will come back to A again, that they are different, but those who will, be flushed totally and they go out, they will no longer come there. Then they that. Just how the system will begin to prosper.
Thank you.
But just come on the street, do whatever.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is the last call of the we can transition now.
Good morning.
I'm calling you from Bannerville.
Your name is, where do you call from?
I'm calling from Bannerville. My name is Clement.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
I thought Tamabono could have looked at the rehabilitation center that the senator made. I want to be any contribution there. At least to encourage the people from there, not because who feel it, but that is an institution. I think he should have been looking in a particular place so that encourage people to go there in a particular place or extend it. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, we'll put a pause to the call for now, and this is something that we need to talk about. We appreciate everybody that call on this thing.
Call state tribute.
Yeah, call us come, but we can post. We can pause and transition and talk about something different. Even though it's important that we talk about these things all the time, the awareness, the outreach, the building of rehabilitation centers, and how we can get the people from out of the street. We'll continue to talk about it. We'll sit here all the time and speak on these things and to have the government attention being drawn to it. And although humanitarian Not only when Christmas come in, you carry food.
Yeah.
They put when they put, they don't get it. Cause Christmas Day the screen can be packed. So when you get it, put food, you already get a man screen.
Get a man screen.
Get a man screen. Man,
Even the people in the community, the food be not the property of Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, like
the people in the community and get it so the food into the Christmas Day, you eat.
You eat.
So we have to forget about the food business here.
Too much.
Your focus on
all the humanitarian people in the country can continue doing the same thing. The same thing. You know, man, can you do the same thing?
Yeah.
And you know, it's just business as usual. So I want to transition this thing. Former Vice President, now standing bearer of the Unity Party, Honorable Joseph Newman Boakai. As you may be aware, if you can recall, in 2017, the standard bearer of UP made a late call or selected a late or did a late selection for a running mate, and which was then former speaker, now senator, right?
Senator from Mangibi,
yeah, Emmanuel Nukwe. J. Emmanuel Nukwe. It was a late pick at the time, and honestly, a play a part on the press on his a presidential bid, because it is now with information we're receiving has been reported, circulating, that not in a too long future, not too long, he will be announcing his running mate.
Sure.
With all of the hula baloos, the ups and downs, the controversies with the marriage the UP was in, the collaborating political parties, that the UP left, the ALP left, some faction of the LP also left. There are lots of controversies. Yeah, there are lots of controversies, both in street columns, at intellectual forums, and on radios, that the former vice president and the standard bearer of UP will say, I will not make the same mistake that I made in 2017. I will be picking my running mate in the soonest possible time, so that people, that the running mates then they can have more impact on your bid.
Sure.
We saw that during 2017 when one president we had then was in opposition. He chose Senator Taylor, noting it was a strategic pick, because Senator Taylor at the time, the former vice president, former senator of Bonk, at the time, she had the number. I can still say she had the number in Bonk. So it was a strategic pick by the president to have Dr. Taylor by our side. That this woman, even though she is a senator, but she had a strength in Bonk. Picking her could give us a good amount of vote from Bonk. We saw that. Now the former VP is saying he needs to pick his running mate as soon as possible. So everywhere they go, people will know the person running as a VP to the standard bearer, the vice standard bearer, right? So many people are saying, because people have already conducted opinion polls already. Other people already had their choices. People say we want the former VP to have Senator Kanga Lawrence as his running mate. To have, or suppose they knows and Lawrence can know she didn't have the screen or blah 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 blah. Suppose say let go for Benin Ayure to go as running mate. Other people said no, it would not be a good ticket. Benin had the numbers and he had a constituent. So other people say, okay, since Councillor Gonglo is in an opposition, former VP can reach out to Gonglo, whose quest is to become the next president too. So you former VP Boakai can reach out to Gonglo and say, my man, yeah, I'm seeing something from you that you can get the number for Nema, and I too can get the number for Lofa. and we can find a job where and get the money from Monserrato. And then when we go across the country, we can go there. He's saying, 2017, that late, selection of our running mate wasn't enough good for us. It wasn't good enough for us.
Stab on the back.
It has us stab on our back. But this time, I will need my running mate very, very soon. And he was, he's very quoted that it's not in a too long distance.
Maybe from now to
January 15, February.
Yeah.
Because as we enter 2023, it's of back-to-back politics. 2023 back to October. From January all the way, because the way NEC has postponed the registration for the biometrics, for the registration, I think it's in January. There will, because they selected people, Zoom, like, these people like Monserrato, Bombing, Kitmount, and I think Bapulu, they should start fresh. Then from there you have Grandida, Nimba, and all the other southeastern counties. You have Central Liberia, you have Magibika, Grand Bassa, you have Mbong, Riverses, Lofa. They all will start, in your subsequent time. Why did you make up of this president, former vice president, saying?
The former vice president statement coming, having a running mate is important, is timely. I think he don't want to see what happened in 2017. He was stabbing the back of the United Party, and having a running mate should, it comes with responsibility. That person should have a constituent. That person should contribute to national development. You understand? That person should contribute to national development, and in the street corners, opinion polls. If you look at it critically, people talking about Senator Yobli Kanga Lawrence, people talking about the councillor, and the councillor to have a constituent, and Senator Yobli Kanga Lawrence also have a constituent. But when you listen to Alexander comments, during the rally. He spoke about reconciliation. You understand? Reconciliation, maybe the first turn, the second, the runner-up. He talked about reconciliation. If you look at that very carefully, I think the opposition community during 2020 in 2021, when they started the whole CPP thing, and the people actually went for, they chose Boakai and that of a Cummins
as a perfect ticket.
The perfect ticket for opposition.
Not perfect, but preferred
ticket for the opposition community. Boakai and that of a Cummins. And today, the CPP has split. You have the Liberty Party faction, and then the All Liberian Party, Benin IUA, leaving from the CPP,
and even the Unity Party,
even the Unity Party, and now Benin IUA now supporting the Unity Party, and that of the faction of the Liberty Party, Yomli Kanga Lawrence. But in my own mind, it is a good thing. But I think I wish the former vice president well, and I still doubting his selection. For one fact is that the Liberian people at that time believed that the preferred ticket should have been Boakai and Cummins. But any other ticket I will come, maybe
Cummins don't want to go.
Yeah, I know. But
so the thing is, this will decide the former VP's fate in the 2023 elections on who he will choose as his running mate. It's a very tedious decision. Because every decision or every individual he will choose, the decision made to choose somebody as a running mate will decide his fate for 2023.
And I think the former vice president coming up with such a statement, it means that he already played his card.
You already know who.
You already know who he coming from. Just waiting for the time now.
Yeah, liking us.
Just telling the people say, "Oh, but coming us soon."
Soon, very soon. Yeah.
Very soon. I mean, like you already play a card already. You know who he want. But for the fact is that when the former vice president want to choose a preferred person, the person should have the face, should come with the face for the Liberian people, and that will help him to be competitive on par with the government. But it is so difficult for him. It's going to be so difficult for him ahead of 2023 elections. Choosing a running mate, to me, without the comments, choosing running mate and Kumin is not being preferred. It is a slab winning for the government.
People prefer comments.
Yeah, people prefer
the Bwaka Cummins
ticket. But now he choosing, because I know that ticket from
Bwaka's Cummins.
Bwaka Cummins gonna be preferable. That because if you look at the survey that the all radio stations are done, and you understand, it shows that a Bwaka Cummins ticket gonna be a preferred ticket, competing with the government. But now Bwaka is coming up with another ticket. I show that in the future
we know. We don't know now, and we don't really know, but we will know in the
because for one fact is that the once I guess that the election going to go for a second round, the run up. We are hopeful to see the better for the Liberian people, not about the ticket, but for the fact is that sometimes the people then come into power, and then the other people there they will criticize, they come to do the same thing.
That's the problem.
So that's the problem.
For me,
so we are hopeful to see that
the
thing we need is that a better Liberia. Whether the person can the ticket or the person not can the ticket, for the fact is that we need a better Liberia that will help transform the lives.
How will you get a better Liberian when you bring somebody to as a running mate who's not in the interest of the Liberian people?
That's the problem.
Because the thing is,
it's
not about just taking a running mate, or it's not about somebody who supported you or who is still supporting you. Picking your running mate should be something that you should have a whole lot of decisions and meetings with some of your hierarchies. Because to just pick somebody, that's what I said, his selection would decide his fit. It will decide whether even the election will go second round.
Yeah, it will go second round.
It will decide whether the election won't blow script.
Yeah, it will decide. Oh yes. Yes.
Because the names that are coming, the Gonglo, the Nyambli, the Yure, these are names, big names in politics. But if you for example, if you're having to choose Gonglo, there are lots of people who say Gonglo have integrity. Most people say he's integrity man, right?
Yeah, integrity, yeah, sure.
Integrity wise, he's good. He's the new political face of for the people of Nimba. That's Nimba his strength, right? You have a constituent in Nimba. If you choose Senator Lawrence, she's the senator of Grand Bazaar. She's been there. The people love her, and she's a female again.
Yeah, gender equality.
Gender equality. That's what they gave a chance.
Yes.
If we have a UA there, you also have the chance because you have an political party, and you as a businessman.
Okay.
Right. So each of these guys, they have, somehow 50% chances to become a running mate. But again, it will have the fate. It will decide the fate of Bwakai come 2023. If you choose UA, it will decide the fate. Whether people go to say go for him or not. If you choose Yombly, all the people will say no. If you choose Gonglo, probably people will say this man only pushing to be an integrity icon, but he's not one of those. People will say because in everything there should be criticism.
Yeah, criticism.
But it will decide his fate. Whether the 2023 people you say, some people predict I'll go for second round.
Yeah.
It will if anybody choose now, something that won't blow.
That won't blow. Sometimes
He will decide his fate to say what I want, bro. If he choose a running, sometimes people when I read, some people support you, they don't care about the president's the standard bearer. Some people come for you because of the person who is running to you, who is as a vast standard bearer.
Another thing.
That's another thing. Because the person support, somebody can support maybe Gibson party, right? Or GGP, any political party, and decide to choose a party. Because once the person that will go as a running mate to the standard burial, even people within that party, once they don't like the person, they will fall back.
They'll fall back, sure. They will.
They will fall back. But somebody who everybody will concur with and say, yes, this is the person. Not because the person is close to you as a standard bearer. Not because the person is your ally.
I think that what happened to him.
The decision has to be made, and you have to be, more resounding in making that decision to know who's to choose, because it will decide his fate for 2023 election. For me, people can say whatever don't say, but this is very tedious decision for the Ome. He have to make that decision very resoundingly, that his partisans, even if not his partisans, but all the Liberians, all of these entitled political partisans will have to make the decision. Yeah, but can go for them. This is a formidable ticket. Like how people saw the communists, being one of the person to go as the running mate to Buakai. It could be a very formidable. People said, but it is what.
But you know that going to be.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Okay.
But if it is that way, so shall it be. So shall it be. Because the thing is, if Baka choose any person to go as running mate, sometimes if the government sees it, they say they will not even run campaign go. They may not spend money on run campaign. Yeah, honestly. I'm saying it was exactly fair because the minister is can't spend money.
Spend money, man.
So 15 minutes to go. So that takes about 5 calls or 5 to 10 calls, and we'll call it the only particular thing that the former VP, former vice president, the standard bearer of the opposition unity party, Joseph Newman Boakai, honorable. They put in there politics. Okay, it was like 0770907907 0880907907. This time on Voice of Liberia. Let's hear you. The former VP, as he said, will soon be picking his running mate for 2023. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning again, and this is Roger Shaman.
Let's hear you. Your name, what you call it? Okay, sorry. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. You see, I think the former vice president has made a very salient, decision this time. Because we saw in 2017 when Nukwe came in. Look, and one thing again, I will also say Nukwe was not a mistake of the 2017. Nukwe have a constituency because he has proven it by even contesting back in the same county and won the county. But 2017 was a nationwide decision of the youth of Liberia that we saw that, yes, indeed, this was the light. But then today, where we are now coming is to try now to make a ticket very soon. It's important. And looking at the 3 people that in the race, we talk about Tier 1, we talk about Yombly, we talk about Urim. And maybe among the 3 people, 3 of them, one person will be called upon. Maybe. Because sometimes we saw this in 2017 while we were expecting somewhere from Nima County and we saw something coming from Margibi County.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So this time, among the 3 of them, I think one of them have a very, very strong point and very, very strong background, which is the female. In the first place, Yombly is a political gender balance that the legislature just passed the law that each party must no longer be shoot or shot, shoot. Have a while, I think at least 20%, right, of the women participation. So by picking Yombly Kanga as a running mate, it also part of that fulfillment of that particular law. And then also Yombly have a very huge background. If you look at Yombly and you look at the basalt belt in Liberia, can you tell me which one of the basalt, that typical basalt that ever become president or even vice president in Liberia? No. Check all the history. So,
okay.
So that yeah, we have to tell other people. We have to tell other people to please, as even though we have afforded you the time, so no time. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Nobody got 9 years already, man. But I think Gongo will be preferable.
Gonglo.
All the people that already secure 9 years would be not embarrassing. So they are self protein independent. I think that would be best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, the person drop off.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, bro. How are you?
Your name, where do you call from?
I'm Cedric. I'm calling from Lokita.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother. Thank you for the show. You know, the issue or running back to the vice president is a fact idea. You know, we are very cool, but for the very first time committee, he made a lot of mistakes. One major problem I have with him is he said that he want to look at on gay issue in the country.
Hello.
Go ahead, yeah. Good morning. Anyway, where do you call from?
Yeah, this is Augustine T. William the Proud, the Revolutionary Son of Maryland County, Popo Defender in short. And I join you Foundation number 10 to be specific.
Like to hear you, my brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me say, I agree with you partly with your analysis, but again, I'm only going to agree totally if only the full political party at the time, you know, were to remain together. Then I want to see it to be a big competitive. But if you can work at Kumi, that's the best time to work at my worker is fully known. Where in most of our area, and that because that of Lopa County.
Oh, from a vice president, the men of former vice president, and those one of the biggest political parties in Liberia, the Standard Bureau for that party.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Mohammed White. I'm joining from District 17, bro.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much for the show. I listen to the both of you analysis when it comes to the picking up of the PP for the honorable man. In my own thinking, I think that among the three contenders that is now in the race, talking about Yombling, talking about Yuri, talking about Kiawungango, I think if there's anyone to be given the chance, it should be Yombling because of the female. She is a female, and we are looking at her work when it comes to the politics today in Liberia. She is making some airways. She is making some things that people are believing in her, that yes, indeed, she can be a very strong contender when it comes to the VP shape. So for me, I'm looking at Yombling to be the best person for the VP, which is the excellency that Bwakai, to choose as his running mate. And I think if that happens, it will make the government to put in some mechanism in place in order to really have a problem. But out of that, choosing anyone out of Yombling will give the government a free ride.
Thank you.
So for me, that's
Thank
my
you.
analysis when it comes to VP.
Yes, person.
Thanks.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jenny. Where you calling from?
My name is Shemus Johnson, and I do join you from Patrick Factory, Japan Freeway.
Let's hear you, my brother. Go ahead. The guy, money, Finima.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Your name and where do you call from?
Yeah, this is Attorney Wiro Alfonso from Capitol Park.
Go ahead.
Let's hear you, brother.
Yes, my take on the selection of VP, first of all, I believe and sincerely respect the view that the Senate bearer has the right to choose whoever he wants to carry as a vice running mate. You should also take into serious consideration the feeling, the expectation, and the concern of the voters. As one of your studio discussants said, the kind of feeling that he will mount will even make some people to disengage the process. But please, he don't take into consideration the feeling and expectation of the population. It will cause serious problem. I just want to stop that.
Okay. Talk to this person.
Good morning.
Hello.
Your name and where do you call from?
Yeah, this is Sim Augustine Williams. Our influencer just call me us.
I mean, you're talking
No,
different thing, man.
No, not even
You're
everything.
talking different thing. Good morning.
because people on Twitter were giving it. Yeah, a minute, you tell I can see something. Yeah, let's stick to the point of discussion. Nothing
You won't
outside of
go
it.
to different thing, eh?
Huh? Well,
What kind of control powers
listen,
are in so?
we're talking about the VP's, former VP's statement that you soon be picking his running mate. Let's stick to the point. Yeah, we don't bring somebody. So the message only got like this. Why would you think that's not the
But who
point
say
of
that thing now?
discussion?
Where?
I talked to the next person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where do you call from?
My name is Hezekiah Obawa, and I speak to you from Jamaica.
Go ahead.
Yes, I think it's a silly idea to have chosen Nyobi Kanga Lawrence as a vice running mate, because that alone will help to break the issue of gender sensitivity into the whole process, because you realize the issue of gender sensitivity is very important. A lot of women may want to go to CDC on ground that they had a female there, right? But in as much that Unipart is as well breaking a female vice running mate, it means that the process turns out to be too competitive among the female women. Because other female women will say want to go behind other female colleagues, right? And again, Grand Bassa County is I think if I said it correctly, is a fourth popular county in Liberia, right? So it will be very easy to campaign in Grand Bassa for the Unity Party. So I think it's highly welcome and I strongly support the idea of Ome Joseph Nyimabwaka.
Thank you. But you have not yet selected anybody. We just saying and names that are coming in that people feel that they are the right choices, right? The Ure, the Gonglo, and the Nyombli. So we have to talk about this because it's very important. Like we said, the selection that will be made by the former VP will determine his fate 2023.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where do you call from?
My name is Robert K. Dao, calling from Wako Junction.
Go ahead, sir.
First of all, I want to tell you about thank you in studio for the brain analysis you are making for the Liberian people.
Okay, go ahead.
For me, in Liberia, the voters, their mind is different when it comes to somebody who get talking or somebody who get good character when it comes to, educational level. For Nyombli, I would prefer Nyombli getting numbers. As compared to Gonglu. Gonglu is when it comes to character-wise, yes, we agree. But election go by numbers. You don't have the number. That's why if on Nima, but you don't have the number. You haven't said in a government or in a cabinet that people say you figure that will go after it. So for me, I would prefer for power to carry Nyombli Kanga. Thank you very much for your touch you.
Thank you. And that's one of the points he made. Sometimes you got good character. We have seen a whole lot of politicians who be in political space with integrity. They have integrity. They got fame. They got money. They got character. That is still people. Somebody account plans are person. Yeah, but politics. Elections about
election
number.
is about number. You have to get a number.
So once you accumulate the number, the people know that you're a politician. Give me politician.
You have to get a constituent.
And also he's now people consider him as the new face when it comes to Nima politics. Now, if you open the phone line for Nimbayans, the only thing they'll tell you that Gonglo. Because he's somebody who built his character for all the time and have had lots of engagement as former solicitor general of this country. And his engagement with people when he served as the president of the Liberian National Bar Association. These are things some people will look at and people will prefer that. Normally also, like what some of the callers say, we will not share a call. We have 3 minutes of news. The caster is over here. The new caster is here. She's posted already. So we have to get off chance at 10 o'clock. So what about normally as a female, especially in our country, like people want to balance the equation that gender equality, right? To say, okay, even though they forget about gender being normally got numbers. Normally she's famous and she's a woman. Also, she had, I can say for free, she had an edge over the rest of the other news emanating normally has an edge to become the next running mate for former Phoebe Buakai as compared to the rest of the other guys. Sure. But again, what we're saying, the VP have to be wise in his selection. I know it comes with a whole lot of pressure. People, even some of your close people say, VP, say former VP, do this. But you have to have that conscience, make out that decision that you think your partisans and other people who are not even partisans of UP and who want, I tell you for free, if the VP make any decision, people will cross over the decision you made with determine. People will cross over to come, people will cross over to go. You already know cross over time already coming, so people will start crossing over.
Also, you should understand that the Liberty Party had a faction. The Musa Ability and that of Yobli Kanga Lawrence, the serious hollow-balloons conflicts. And I think the former vice president need to take that into consideration. Though she had a constituent, Yomli get a grand ambassador and that of a river sense too, if you look at it critically. So it is important. I think the former vice president, need to be very careful. For the fact is that he announced it, yes, I think day before yesterday, it shows that he already get the person.
No, I mean, we're waiting for time.
Yeah, we're waiting for the time, maybe next year, January or February, to announce his running mate. It is important. So, Comrade, thank you for the time. I'd like to say thank you to many followers, listeners, for being part of today's edition of the program. My name is Salam Kaloko. I would like to say, G, thank you for being here too.
Salam is my colleague, professional colleague, and we'll always be together. And folks, that's how we go home this morning on the Good Morning Liberia. Up next on this broadcast is our